Hello everybody, welcome to the Enigma Show. Subscribe with the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Joe Biden has selected Kamala Harris as his running mate, and this is long has been anticipated, and I'm not really that surprised. But I'm trying to figure out why he would pick Kamala Harris, though. She wasn't very popular in the primaries. She did poorly, and she was one of the first people to drop out of the race. Also, Kamala Harris has a shaky record in the state of California as a district attorney. She kept innocent people in jail, and for minuscule reasons like keeping them around to wash police cars. And she also decided not to prosecute these dirty cops who she knew was dirty. So there's a lot of questions about Kamala Harris, and let's get back to Joe Biden. Joe Biden, my God, he puts his foot in his mouth almost every time he speaks. Joe Biden has a questionable history, especially in the United States Senate. He's the author and heavily endorsed a crime bill that put tens of thousands of young black men in jail, and a lot of those arrests were for using drugs, not selling drugs. They were putting people in jail for using marijuana and other drugs. And it's funny to me how Kamala Harris could joke about marijuana when she endorsed that bill that Joe Biden drafted and put these people in prison without a second thought. I'm going to go over a few sound bites of Kamala and Joe Biden, and you guys tell me what you think at the end of this, and if these two are really going to make a change in America and make bring America together again.
Attorney General, you opposed a legislation that would have required your office to investigate fatal shootings involving police officers. Why did you oppose that bill?
So I did not oppose the bill. I had a process when I was Attorney General of not weighing in on bills and initiatives because as Attorney General, I had a responsibility for writing the title and summary.
San Francisco DA Harris hid known misconduct by a crime lab technician who admitted to deliberately tainting evidence.
Did prosecutors working under you know about the concerns about that lab?
The prosecutors
which is what the judge alleged.
Did not know about it, at least said they did not know about it. Something else it's past time we get done is dismantling the failed war on drugs, starting with legalizing marijuana.
Your opponent, Ron Gold, has said that he is for the legalization of marijuana recreationally. Your thoughts on that?
That he is entitled to his opinion.
Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place. That impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Senator Harris, your response?
As the elected Attorney General of California, I did the work of significantly reforming the criminal justice system of a state of 40 million people, which became a national model for the work that needs to be done. And I am proud of that work. And I am proud of that work.
You've defended California's death penalty, and as California's Attorney General, your office opposed the release of nonviolent prisoners and violated the constitutional rights of various drug defendants. How do you reconcile your contradictory past with what you claim to support today?
I've been consistent my whole career.
In a series of never-before-published letters reviewed by CNN, the strength of Biden's opposition to busing comes into sharper focus. On March 25, 1977, Biden wrote, "My bill strikes at the heart of the injustice of court-ordered busing. It prohibits the federal courts from disrupting our educational system." Biden sought and received support from Mississippi Senator James Eastland, the Democratic chairman of the Judiciary Committee, and a leading symbol of Southern resistance to desegregation. He frequently spoke of blacks as, quote, an inferior race. On June 30th, 1977, Biden wrote, "Dear Mr. Chairman, I want you to know that I very much appreciate your help during this week's committee meeting in attempting to bring my anti-busing legislation to a vote." Then in 1978, Biden again asked Eastland to put his anti-busing bill before the full Senate, writing, "Your participation in floor debate would be welcome.
Democrats right now, especially African Americans, have really looked back on the 1994 crime bill not very fondly. Hillary Clinton herself has come out against it, even though her husband signed it into law. Well, the author of that crime bill was Joe Biden.
The Biden crime bill. The Biden crime bill.
Biden's 1994 crime bill, while implementing sweeping gun control, also helped fuel mass incarceration with financial incentives to keep people behind bars.
It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society. The end result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife, take on my sons. So I don't want to ask, what made them do this? They must be taken off the street. That's number one. There's a consensus on that.
Yes, and by the way, what you all know, but most people don't know, unlike the African American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredibly diverse community with incredibly different attitudes about different things.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black, and you ain't black, take a look at my record, man.
This ticket is guaranteeing Donald J. Trump another 4 years in the White House. People might not believe me. You think people are just going to vote him out because a part of the country hates him, you know, but he still has his core supporters. And the only thing this ticket did for the Democrats is further divide the party. It divided the Democratic Party. So those of you who are Democrats, you might want to think about this in 4 years, because I don't see a victory here. I don't see a victory here. I think we're doomed, because to be honest with you, both parties are really screwed up. It seems like racism and bigotry and prejudice have been ratcheted up just in the last 3 to 5 years. I don't know, people. Well, you guys, that's my video. Let me know what you think. Like, share, and subscribe. Once again, this is Eddie Enigma. You have been enigmified, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.